the tonka bean, or otherwise known as. This is a tropical tree that finds its home in Central and South America. They are most commonly harvested commercially in either Venezuela or Brazil, with the Brazil tonka bean being noted as slightly more mild. The tonka bean contains about 1 to 3% coumarin, which the FDA outlawed in the 1950s, or banned the use of more specifically. So you can use it for things like perfumery, but you can't eat it in the United States. The word tonka comes from the indigenous people of Guyana or Brazil, and it was originally spelled as Tonga or Tunga, and it meant fruit or bean. So basically bean. And of course, white people, Europeans, were the ones to turn it to Tonka instead of Tunga or Tonga. They are black, wrinkly seeds that have a smooth brown interior. The scent profile on tonka beans can range from being green and grassy to something that's sweet and tobacco-like. Coumarin is actually what gives it a spicy and woody profile, and it's also been described as almond-like or vanilla-like and creamy. In fact, it was originally used as just a substitute for vanilla when it was brought back to Europe from the Amazon in the 19th century. But it was prized by perfumers in France because it had heavy notes to it, which made it a great base note and also anchored a lot of the lighter top notes and middle notes, making it a great fixative. It was prized for its ability to really make perfume last a lot longer and extend the life of perfume on the skin. So how do we go from being on a tree to being in perfume? They're first harvested from their trees, and then they're cracked open and they're allowed to dry for several weeks out in the sun. They are then usually macerated in rum for about 24 hours. Maceration is the process of breaking down a solid substance by soaking it in some type of liquid to extract its aroma, color, or its compounds. And this is used in perfumery, but also winemaking and even pharmacology. They are then dried again and sent to perfumers for further processing. Once they reach the perfumer, they are usually ground down into a fine substance, and they're treated with volatile solvents and then rinsed with alcohol to create basically a tonka bean absolute. So this is called the solvent extraction method, or that's what it's usually referred to. They don't undergo something like steam distillation. And then perfumes with tonka. Milk Expressive by Commodity is one. Pistachio Please by Finery. If you're looking for a budget-friendly option, that's good. Café des Délices by Maison Mataha and House by Zernel Gilly are just a few perfumes with tonka.